What's going on, blue chips? How we doing this morning? Sorry, a little bit of a late start, as well as not feeling 100%, as well as the kids ran me a little bit on the late side, as well as I had a little bit of an emergency when I got home from school. So, don't get comfortable. There are too many people trying to take your spot. Let's get to it. Alrighty, so SPY is gapping up. Well, kind of sideways, but I mean, this thing's pretty impressive considering everyone thought that we were going into a recession. Bounced off that pretty key level there, right around, was it 82? Yeah, I remember talking about this the other day. Got a nice little bounce there. Pretty key area there. So if we didn't bounce there, it could have looked pretty nasty all the way down to that like 250. Even under 250 area, 237-ish area. But we got the bounce so far. Whether we can actually make this look like a V and continue back up towards the highs, or, you know, that's a different story. The idea would hopefully be, for the economy's sake, is, you know, eventually we're going to get another pullback here because we're making a pretty good bounce up. Would be for at least 300 to hold support, right? That would be the ideal situation, and then look to move higher. So who knows how far we'll go up before we get any kind of a pullback. You know, the market's kind of just crazy right now, so it is what it is. What's up, Thomas? How you doing? Biotech stocks are so undervalued. Hold on to them. I do not hold on to pretty much anything, so sorry to disappoint you there. Marketing, what's going on? Sauce, welcome. I don't think I've seen you around before, so welcome to the channel. Don't really have too much going on this morning. Let's see. Let's take a look at what everyone else is looking at. We only got 2.5 minutes here. MITO. We don't have anything there. Let's take a quick look at the gappers. GNMK. No shares there. Wi-Fi. Let me put my scanners back. I know I had changed them to 10 mil. Let's change them back to 40 for now. Excuse me. No, I do not have the coronavirus. At least I don't think so. It's just a cough. My wife and both my kids had already had it. For some reason, I always seem to be the last one to get it lately. QGen looks like a buyout here. Wonder if that's why that thing was up yesterday a little bit. Or maybe I thought it was up yesterday. Maybe there were some rumors or something. I don't know. Definitely looks like a buyout. We'll be staying away from that one. OMER. Nothing there. This is starting to look like just a scanner day, guys. GNW. You can put that on one of our other charts. See, CANF. Yeah, we don't have shares on pretty much any of this stuff. GNW is a higher float. It's about 500 mil, like right under it. IGT. Do have shares there. We'll keep that one up. IGT. TELL. Pretty sure we don't have shares there. Yeah, we checked that one yesterday. It was moving. VFF. Nothing there. VBIV. Do have shares there. Range is never that good. So it's looking like our two main watches here going into the bell, GNW and IGT. So those will be our two main ones. Everything else will just kind of take right off the scanner. What's up, Paul? How we doing? Nah, it's definitely not the flu. I pretty much get the flu every year, and I actually didn't get it this year. Well, I did, but not as bad as I usually do. So, yeah. Got a new water bottle. I forget. It's like Flask something is the name. Can't remember the exact name, but this thing's pretty nice. They didn't have orange. That was like one of the only colors they didn't have. So I got this little cool like panda looking color. But it comes with like 3 different tops. So you can have like the little flip top like this. You can have a straw. It's a hard straw. And then they also have like where you just take off the whole top, like a screw off, and then it's like the wide jug. Good luck, everybody. There's the bell. Let's get it. Who taught you to day trade? This guy. Just, I've been trading for about 1.5 years now. So everything I've learned is just through experience and repetition. By no means a great trader at this point. I like to think I'm doing all right, but I'm definitely not, make a living off of this just yet. That's the end goal, though. GNW is not really doing much. Really, nothing is doing too much. Definitely would have thought this was going to get a little bit more of a move, but it's like not moving at all. IGT is attempting to move. So let's switch these around. See if we can get that push through 12. This has room to 13. Some solid resistance there at 13. Let's see if we can get through 12 here first. Of course not. It's getting rejected. Checking some of the minus I3 scans out here. Seeing if there's anything that's worth looking at. So far, anything that's been alerted, I'm not too interested in. IGT is not quite doing what we wanted it to do. Yeah, definitely did not do what we wanted it to do. It went from one scanner to the other pretty much. Pretty much got the double top from pre-market there. We were looking for the extension through that pre-market high up through 12, but obviously we did not get that whatsoever. TGTX, pretty sure we don't. Well, we do have shares there. Volume is not that great. Some right around 15. Looking at Zen here. It's just the spread wasn't so horrible. Spreads always seem to keep me out of these higher priced ones. Yeah. Pretty decent move out of KPTI here. Still have TGTX open as well on another chart. Man, IGT, that thing got crushed. It's still going. The TGTX, the volume's not quite there, but the chart's starting to set up nice. ZGNX is a weird gap down that has rebounded all the way back to where it was trading yesterday. Omer's looking like it wants to break out. This would have been a good one, but we don't have any shares here. Looking to double top. We wouldn't even be interested just yet. Just to show you guys what I'm looking at. We'd be looking for this to break through this pre-market high and extend up through 16, which everything seems to be double topping today. TGTX also was a little bit of a fake out breakout. ZGNX, we weren't gonna play that anyway. GNMK, looking at the minus I3 scan right now. ZEN still going down, looks like. Ooh, all right. Let's. Oops, wrong chart. Oh, this thing that was about to halt. Interesting. What another crap open, at least for me. See what Zen does here. That's enough apple for right now, bud. That was you've already had enough. I wanted to see one more little dip through, like a little bit of a fake out down towards 69. It's looking like we might not get it. It's a spread, like a 70-cent spread there. Oh, there it goes. Oh well. Did this thing halt? Looks like it did. No. Jeez. Some of the spreads on these are just crazy. Man, look at Omer, guys. This thing would be perfect right now. Got the pop through 16. Most likely would have been looking to get in right there. The extension away from the previous resistance. It did have a big pullback though, so it could definitely have some more juice in the tank. Just nothing setting up for us right now. Man, Zen would have been a decent one there, under 70. Would have been a single entry, so it would have been a small one. It's the only problem with those huge spreads is when they start to get a little carried away. No, we don't have any shares here. CRC, SWN. Is this Swan? Like Schwan, like the food company? I have no idea what any of these are. Just figured it has a higher float. Figured it had to be like a decent company. Gas right now. Why yay? Why yay? Yee yee yee. Ah boy. What of a little bit of a slower morning here. That is for sure. The worst part is I've been watching both sides. I've been watching the minus I3 scan as well. Just never really found anything that I liked. Excuse me. I feel like the play today was OMER on Omer, but I'm not seeing anything else. GNMK. So the downside, not far enough down. CDNA. So this one might not have been a horrible one to look at, but it's on SSR. SDRL. I'm just flipping charts, guys. None of these have even been alerted. There goes CDNA. Yeah, see, this one might have been decent. A little interesting, though, because it's squeezing from yesterday, going down pretty much all day. Yeah, I saw SE. I thought I had it up on my other chart. It's a decent looking one. Looking for the bounce. Maxer. This is that one that we've always wanted to play but have never had shares. STNE we have played before. This is right at the all-time highs here. Look at the spread on this thing. I was about to hit it. I was hoping we got the 50 pop. The spread's keeping me out of it right now. 25-cent spread. There it goes. Need the bid to come up. Spread, man. The bid never came up over 50. Give this a start here. What do we get? 30. 44.75. If it wants to give us the quick drop to 75 here, we're actually pretty close already. 81. There we go, we're on the bid. I'll just take it there. It's close enough for a starter. Not going to complain about that. More. Looks like we felt that out, right? I don't know if anything printed lower there. Let's see. 71. So I don't know if we would have got the prints there for us to get taken out. So I think we did right by just taking it. We were within 7 cents there. We weren't going to risk it. We ended up getting 50 or 44 cents out of it. So I'm not going to complain about that at all. Just waiting for something else to pop up here. See if there's anything else. That's what we do, guys. We just wait for our opportunities. They'll come to us. See if this thing wants to run again. That Omer looks like it's trying to consolidate up there. Now we're back at high of day here. See if it wants to go through. Kind of getting into some dangerous territory here, though, because now we're at those highs up here. This thing could squeeze, hitting a lot of stops from swing traders that were short. Let's see what it wants to do here. Just letting the scanners do all the work for us here. Just waiting patiently. Wonder what's up with this VTIQ. It must have had some news this morning. This thing like barely trades any given day. Now it's got 10 mil volume today so far. So a lot of people on STNE, they'd be thinking, okay, double top, right? Looking to play this as a bearish type move. But what I kind of see so far is an ascending triangle, right? Got the high of day. Remember, try to always keep your bias out of the equation. Let's look at that. Looks just like an ascending triangle right now. Omer as well. Let's take a look at Omer here. Same deal. Just because you get the para, guys, does not mean it's always going to form into a descending triangle or whatever, right? We don't know what the market's going to do. You have to play the chart, the price action in the chart. And right now on Omer as well as STNE, these both look like paras and they're having a ascending triangle. It just means it looks very bullish. What's up, Knives? Good morning, ma'am. The TVIX is moving, which is not good. MITO just halted to the upside. Let's take a look at what the SPY must be going down a little bit. Yep. So anytime you see the TVIX on the plus I3 scan, it usually means the SPY is not doing so hot. Here goes STNE right back up to the highs. See if it wants to complete this little bit of a ascending triangle here. There it goes through high of day. See if it's a fake out or if it wants to continue. We obviously would not be interested in this until we get up to probably like 46.50. We'd want to see another one of these candles. So about about $1.30. So $1.30 from here would be pretty much like 47. So that's what we'd be looking for, is a squeeze up towards 47. There it goes. Put an order out there just in case it wants to squeeze up there real quick. FL went big. Oh yeah, geez, that thing just kept on going. Remember, we were looking at that up at what, 35.50? It's now at 32.50 now. So I'm gonna give this one last little chance here to try to squeeze up there through 46, and then I'm gonna cancel my order. Let's see what I didn't actually mean to click that, but it's looking like it's gonna happen anyway. Because if it grinds up there, we're obviously not interested. And there goes Omer breaking its little bit of an ascending triangle there. Remember the high was right here. So we're through, just seeing what it wants to do. STNE came back down, so we would have been canceling our order anyway. There goes Omer. I feel like I'd be surprised if this doesn't break 1650 and get a little bit of a squeeze. Maybe something like the length of this candle, so like 60 cents. So we're already at what, 30 cents. So yeah, I would think we got about like 1670 or so if we get through 1650. There it is, the 50 break. Dang, got shoved right back under 50. Didn't even get into the 60s. MITO is still halted. Oh, it actually just opened. Pull that up real quick. We don't have any shares here, obviously. This is some low float madness. What is the float here on MITO? It's not even showing a float for me. I just see the shares outstanding is 5.71, so it's definitely a low float. And there went Omer. Got up to 16, right at 16. Oh, it actually went to 1690. Nice. But that was after it kind of consolidated a little bit and got shoved down. But what's this look like? Right, we had the ascending triangle. It worked. It went through. And now it's starting to look like a grinder, right? So obviously it's something that we wouldn't be interested in. You know, in the future, when we see these ascending triangles and stuff like that, it's something that we might be willing to take stabs at. But right now, we're just kind of building the account. So the odds, or not the odds, but the thought process is to not take riskier trades. And those are riskier trades because where do you really put your stop there, right? At least if you have a para into a descending triangle, you have high of data risk off of. If you have this ascending triangle after a para move up, what exactly are you risking off of, right? So if you wanted to get in somewhere right around here, what are you risking off of? That's the problem with these types of plays. It's tough. I mean, you could risk off of what you consider the bottom of the triangle. I mean, that could be a decent risk off, but it's just one of those things where it's a lot harder to determine your risk and your set risk for the trade when you have something working the way that it is. So do you use range stops? Yeah, I use range orders all the time. I love putting in my take profit as well as the stop. That way it's pretty much just the trade takes care of itself at that point. SPY is bouncing like very strongly right now. I've never seen the SPY this volatile where it just moves like 5+ points in a day, let alone like within a couple minutes. Look at this, thing's crazy. Look at this. Look at this move the SPY's making. I can't remember the last time I've seen the SPY make this kind of move. Look at that. Almost 3 points in less than a minute. Like over 3 points now. Does something just get cured? Coronavirus cured? I've never seen the SPY make this kind of move. This is definitely on some news. Oh, as the rates were cut. Oh my jeez peasy. Look at the scanners right now, guys. Look at the scan. This is crazy. Holy crap. I've never seen this before. Wow. Part of you almost wanted to play that. Or wanted me. I wanted to play that to the short side. Because you knew you were going to get a pullback. That was way too strong of a move. That's crazy. Omer is flying right now. If Omer moves with the market at all, look at this thing. Omer is just crushing it right now. That would have been a nice ascending triangle to get in and hold. But I'd be definitely interested in a short type play here now. You're getting a little extended. That was a pretty good move. Apparently, I just found out, too, that Omer is on earnings. So, could be a little dangerous to be in on the short side. How about the SPY? That was nutty. SPY is looking to go higher. I'm going to go refill my water real quick. Be right back. What's up, Nick? How you doing, man? Let's take a look, see what you got going on. HTBX. That's on SSR. Do not have shares. Also, 67 cents. But you aren't lying. That is in a bit of a descending triangle overall looking. The SPY doesn't look like it's done. SPY is crazy right now, guys. We were at the highs of 337, 338.64 was the all-time high. 339.08 was the high. We got all the way down to 285.54. And that was 3 days ago, 3 trading days. And now we're back up to 313. That's crazy. There's the pullback. I figure we'll at least get the 310, right? We'll look for those pre-market highs. We use as support here. That'd be my thought process. Omer just grinding higher. Yeah, I mean, rate cuts technically aren't a good thing. You might get less of the TV sound if you swapped your omnidirectional mic for a more directional, unless you already tried that. Well, this isn't omnidirectional, believe it or not. I haven't been demonetized lately, but to be honest, I'm not really that worried about it. Especially if he's being good. Like I said, I'm not really worried about being monetized and whatnot. It just helps the channel. But if there's like one video every once in a while that doesn't get monetized because of that, and I mean, this is the best he's been in a couple weeks, so I'm letting it happen. Sorry about that. I mean, you guys have seen how he's been these past couple weeks. It hasn't been fun. There goes Omer coming back home. That's literally what Brian just said after I said it. It's tempting to, anyway. Spy's just kind of consolidating. Say he only has a drink. Kind of like a descending triangle here on Omer. Let it play out a little bit more. See if it tries to give us a little pop and then start to work its way back down. What's up, Rashawn? I'm using it's DOS platform through CMEG is the broker. TD Ameritrade went down the second minute of the market. Can you imagine getting into a trade and then the software just stops, goes down? So it looks like the descending triangle didn't want to wait for me. It just decided to go by itself. Yeah, that's crazy to think that a platform like that, especially after all the problems they've already been having, and then now this, that's just crazy. It's funny because I was sitting here saying I was going to try to play the descending triangle, but I forgot that I still have no shares. Not sure why I thought I magically got shares on Umer. Just been watching it because it was kind of the only thing that really did what we wanted it to do this morning. There goes the SPY back down to that area I was talking about, 310. That's the biggest move I think I've ever seen the SPY make in a short period of time like that. That was pretty crazy. I cannot wait until nap time. I am 100% taking a nap with him today. All right, right to that 310 area. See what happens here. Wow, went right through. Look at that. Is this literally just going to give it all back? Watching the level 2 on something like the SPY is just crazy. It's literally just algos. Look at that. Just drops like 20 cents like it's nothing. And you can see the algos just working. Crazy. Looks like it went right to yesterday's close. And yet it was yesterday's close and yesterday's high of day pretty much together. Just trying to bounce off of there. I disregarded my line, that's for sure. I just put that there because it looked like the pre-market high might have tried to be used as some sort of support, but that's why you don't really guess if you don't have to. How's everybody doing today? Anybody get some good trades? Man, it didn't even try to bounce there for long. Wanted to go straight through. Just the one trade for us today so far on STNE. If you guys are just tuning in, had a nice intense move right off the scanner. Jumped in, kind of on the back end. We were kind of waiting to see what it wanted to do at that 45.50 area. Didn't quite want to go through, so we jumped in. Got 45.30. Pretty much gave us a really quick flush. We put an order out at 44.75. Didn't seem to want to get down there. We were actually on the bid, but it just kind of stopped. So we ended up taking the ask, which was 44.86. So we weren't going to complain about that. I actually thought I got 82, but I'm seeing now that I got 86. It's kind of a crapper. Look at this thing tank now. Everything going to the 20 MA on 5-minute chart. Red, red, red. You have more patience than me looking at all those different time frames. It's not for me. CCL gave it all back to... I think this is a... isn't this Caribbean Cruise Lines, I think? Yeah, because I remember they were moving with the SPY. I hate trading things that just follow the market. Personally, I find it harder than something trading on its own. Oh, I totally agree with that. What did KPTI end up doing here? Just chopping. Omer popping back up here. This might be one of them like crazy squeezes right to high a day. I was like, what is he doing? I forgot he put that little truck in there. Five is a very good time frame to look at. It's just a little bit slower, but it is good to see the overall picture of everything. I mean, like if you look at Omer on the 5, like if you look at Omer on the 2, you're like, okay, probably found the top. This is looking kind of bearish. Then you click it over to the 5 and you're like, it's a whole completely different perspective, right? It looks very bullish. Like this was just a little bit of a pullback. I tend to do that when I get into longer trades. I'll usually put it on another chart. I'll put up the 5 or the 15 just to kind of see what it looks like on different time frames, just to get an overall sense of what it could do. JD. Yeah, that thing basically, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, quadruple topped. Tried to get up there and then just got absolutely rejected. JD, that's something you were talking about yesterday, wasn't it? Wasn't that a play from yesterday? You shopping? You already got some in there? You know what sucks about keto? All I want right now is just like a nice bowl of cereal. Like when I'm feeling sick, that's like all I want is like just some kind of comfort food. A nice bowl of cereal would be amazing. It's starting to look like STNE might be our only trade today. Pretty sure we I said earlier that we had played that. Pretty sure that is still the truth. I could check. I can check it later. I can like feel my eyes trying to shut themselves. Yeah, I'm finally getting what my 2 kids and my wife had. They didn't ever seem to be like bed driven sick, bed rest type sick. It's just like this nasty cough and just like body aches, and you just feel weak. So hopefully I don't ever like get taken out of commission. As of right now, I feel okay. So kettle and fire keto bone broth soup, broccoli cheddar. I was just watching a video. I don't know if you guys know Joe Duff, if you guys are into keto, but he makes some pretty good recipes, and I believe he's the one that posted the broccoli cheddar soup. And it looked really easy, and it looked really yummy. I was actually thinking about trying to make it. I get addicted to coffee because of the sugar in the milk because of keto. Yeah. You can have sugar, just not regular, like not real sugar. You have to use like erythritol. Uh-oh, here we go. RMTI. See if we got something here. Range is not very good. Looks like a double top as of right now. Ooh. Look at the space this thing has. A little bit of a gap fill. 412. So we'd need to see this go up through 350, and then we'd be interested. Yeah, I've been doing it for about a month now, and I'm down 12 pounds. So I also have not exercised a lick. So I made keto curry soup last night. So by the way, some guys are talking in the Discord instead of the YouTube chat, just so you guys know where I'm getting some of these responses from. So if you guys are interested, I'll put the Discord link in the chat. My first green day trading came back from a $3 loss to being up $2 on the day. Hells yeah, Nick. Attaboy. That's what it's all about. Like, if you're just learning the trade and you can break even, you're doing something right, right? That's all I can say. That should be your goal when you just start trading. It's just to break even while you're learning. It's like you're getting free education. I made keto curry soup last night with zucchini. How was it? I actually made these cheesecake cupcakes last night, and that's what you just saw me eating earlier. It was the last of the 5. It's literally just cream cheese, the erythritol, vanilla extract, and an egg. That's it. And they were good. I liked them. You mix that all together, bake it at 350 for like 20 minutes. And then you throw them in the fridge after they cool down to room temperature. I should have used the little silicone cupcake things that I have, because when I took them out of the cupcake pan, when they were in the fridge, they started to like kind of get a little hard crusty types around the edges, but that was my own fault. I didn't think about it. Long Omer. Yeah, that's probably not a bad long. It's right at the highs again. $17.45 is your average. Nice. There you go. This thing's a little dangerous too. It has room to go. There's really nothing holding it back all the way up to around this 20 area, 1950. And it's on earnings, so it definitely could move. SPY bounced back up a little bit. It's probably just going to chop around the rest of the day. Closed my trading account because I didn't want to overtrade. What do you mean? How did you trade today then? I'm confused. I mean, I removed it from my screen so I wouldn't trade anymore. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's what I do. At 12 o'clock, I literally close my broker. The only time I reopen it is if somebody like mentions something like Devin or somebody in the Discord, and I'm just curious because I like to just see the chart. They're like, oh my God, like some certain ticker. So I'll just open it up real quick, pull that chart up, and then I'll close it back out. I just realized I'm on the 5-minute up there. It's kind of funny. Whoops. Looks like Omer's trying a little bit of a fake out breakout here, although you did get quite a pop there, so I would hope you took some profits over 18 if you were long. I feel like that would have been silly not to. And my eyes are just closing themselves. All right, Nick. Have a good day, man. I'll talk to you later. GNMK moving a little bit. How'd you do today, Paul? Yeah, GNMK is trying to move. I have no shares there, so, and it's a lower float, if I remember correctly. GNMK. Float 50, not too bad, 53 mil. Down 21. What did you play? So not too much else going on. INO. Sorry, I meant to check. I got caught up in the ISW chat there for a sec. So what did you do here? What was your trade? Did you try to go long? I don't really ever see a short setup here. Omer looking like another ascending pattern here. I mean, it definitely looks like a grinder at this point, right? Get the extension, get a little bit of a pullback, and then grind higher. That's what it did here. That's what it did here. That's what it did here. MITO is trying to go back up through the highs. 934 bought in at 526. Let me pull it over here. INO 934. So it's this candle. 526. Let's draw the line. So you kind of top ticked it. What were you looking at? Were you just trying to buy the breakout here? Like, what was the idea behind the trade? You're just looking for it to go back up towards like pre-market highs? I mean, I see it's not a bad idea. You get the dip down, dip starts coming back up, you're looking for it to clear these levels and go back up towards pre-market highs. I mean, it makes sense. You know, like you said, it just didn't work out. Another trade, I thought I was doing a stop order, but it filled it right away. Ugh. Yeah, trading errors are the worst. I know all about them. I hate them. I make them way too often. That's why you'll see me not even really bother with paper trades anymore, because there's so many times where I'll think I'm paper trading and then like I'll flip the chart or something and I'll come back to it and I'll forget to change it back to the demo account and I end up getting into a real trade and I'm just like, ugh, what did I just do? Idiot. Uh-oh. You're okay. I saw you. I hear it. I hear it. Yeah, I used to do that in the past, Christian. Back when Thinkorswim was just being stupid even about paper trading. The thing I didn't like about paper trading on Thinkorswim is they always gave you the best fill. So if you were trying to take a short position and there was a spread of 30 cents, it would give you the ask. Like when you hit short, it would give you the ask price. And the reason they do that is because they want you to make it think that trading is simple. So if they're always giving you the best price on demo, that way you'll throw money in there and pay the commissions and all that stuff. Well, there's no commissions there anymore, but you'll give them your business. And then when you try for real and realize that when you hit that short button and you get the bid, when there's a 30-cent spread, you'll quickly realize that it's kind of crap that they do that. I don't understand why they do that, to be honest. Oh, wow. RMTI actually did break through. I'm not sure if we would have took it because the range kind of sucks on it, but who knows. Or you would enter and see for yourself. You keep your account. I should have done this. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Would have saved me a lot of money learning. Evil masterminds. Who's the evil mastermind? Waiting on CMEG to switch to DOS. Claim they forwarded my info to make it happen. DOS is easier to navigate and a lot more tips out there on it. Yeah, it's very true. Sterling just, I don't know. I hated Sterling. I tried it for a month and I couldn't wait to get away from it. And I got lucky because I think that was right when SureTrader was closing its doors. And Guy Gentile and his wife, they own DOS. So I think to kind of help compensate for them closing SureTrader, they decided to lower the price of DOS, I guess, to get more people to use it. So CMEG actually was throwing out an offer that you only had to pay for market data if you switched to DOS that month. And it just happened to line up with when I went from DOS to Sterling for 1 month and then from Sterling back to DOS. So I ended up only paying $35 that month. What do you need? Kind of want to go get the rest of the stuff for that broccoli cheddar soup. Is GNMK doing something? Yeah, it's breaking out. TOS? Yeah, Thinkorswim's garbage. I agree. They've been nothing but going downhill. And yeah, I was watching GNMK on my other chart. We don't have any shares there, so just seeing if anything else pops up here in the next 20 minutes. I'm probably gonna get out of here. Yeah, for all of you guys that were here, I don't know if you saw on my other social media, Twitter and Instagram, but I did actually end up taking a trade yesterday. It was on KPTI. Oh, that was a little too big. Trying to scroll it down here so you guys can see it. There we go. Yeah, so here was my trade. It happened around 11:30. KPTI finally broke out. If you guys remember yesterday, I was watching this thing like all morning, just waiting for a breakout, and then it finally came, and we ended up hitting it for a decent little trade there. Speaking of which, also, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you saw that I had retweeted something about Robinhood because Robinhood's platform was down yesterday. Apparently, somebody, when coding Robinhood, didn't account for leap year. So that was what happened, is the 29th of February, it was trying to, it skipped a day. So it was March 2nd, and the coding was looking for March 3rd because they never put in there to account for leap day, which was the 29th, obviously. Thomas, KPTI, winner. Looks like a single entry, though. Oh, no, I see a second entry in there. KSS, small little winner there. Actually, not that small. Geez, nice. And STNE, I love it. That was actually not, or yeah, that was the same spot I got in. Loving it. Well done, Thomas. What are you laughing at, Paul? Did I miss something? Or did I say something? Or are you laughing at my kid making his noises? Oh boy. My video today might be a little rushed. I'll tell you that. It'll probably be short and sweet. I could not wait to lay down. JDST getting spanked. Oh yeah, the Robinhood thing. Yeah, dude, my mind is like all over the place. Omer going high day again. I said this thing has room all the way up towards 20, 1950. Crazy move it's making. This thing's known to make pretty big moves too. Like if you go back on the daily, there's a lot of big candles both ways. I'm like really struggling here. Camden. I'll get you one more on him. SE. Sorry, I'm like all over the place right now. What about it? If this wants to continue all the way up towards the pre-market highs, I'd be interested. Yeah, Omer is really pushing now. Put SE up on a different chart here so I can keep it up. See if it wants to make that move. In other news, I renewed my Browns tickets again. Apparently, I love being let down year after year. Hey, man. You should never be sad about something like that, which I know you're not. I mean, even when the Ravens were sucking for a bunch of years in a row there, it's just part of the process. We can't all be the New England Patriots and have a chance at the thought of a Super Bowl every year. It's just ridiculous. I'm curious what Tom Brady's going to do, though. Maybe the draft will be good to you. How long is the process? Wait, what process? Oh, I got you. The process for your team becoming good again. Yeah, the Browns have been struggling. I mean, on paper, you guys should have been pretty good this past year. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I just want Miles to whack-a-mole Big Ben this year. I can't believe Big Ben is still playing, to be honest. That dude is a freaking tank. The amount of hits that guy takes. I think Jeff was talking to you when he said maybe the draft will be good to you. There are some pretty good draft candidates. I was watching some of the combine videos on YouTube the other day. Some pretty solid looking guys out there right now. SE decided not to continue. Hopefully Thomas jumped in anyways, because that thing is tanking. It's down almost a point already. All right, last one, okay? Last one, because Daddy's going to finish up. Nito lying, you see that big boy run a 5'11"? Yeah, dude, that was crazy. Yeah, I watched all the 40s. Spy getting a little bit of a down spike here, hence everything else is kind of moving the opposite direction. It's just a chop move right now. It's got like a range right now between 307 and like 312, which is crazy for the Spy. I didn't jump on it as he was looking higher. Yeah, same here. If it would have moved through 51 up towards like 52, 52.50, I definitely would have been interested, but didn't quite give us that pop that we needed. But all right, guys. Well, everything's kind of slowed down. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do my video real quick, and then I'm gonna probably just go lay on the couch and hopefully he'll continue to be good the rest of the morning. But I am just completely out of it. We did get the one trade there on STNE. Look for that video to come out here in a little bit, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.